So it's just more and more digging here today. My god, I've been here for over an hour now and I've been digging all this stuff. Right here. See those piles? Well, this was exactly here and I moved them all over there. And I hope to be able to do another part of the store today. I've been able to find a couple of really cool things. I'm going to show you that later on. But for now, I think I'm going to go and continue digging. I'm sorry about last time, by the way, because the running commentary didn't record. I don't know, the mic wasn't plugged well. Now it should be fine. Well, I hope. I'll see after I'm done with this. So let's start. We have about 47 tapes to go through. I won't give like a really big commentary on each one of them because otherwise we'll be here for like 2 hours and you guys have better things to do, I'm pretty sure. But I'll give like a basic information, you know, what's the title and whatnot. And if there's anything interesting to know about the tape, I'll just tell you very quickly. So we have 2 bags here. Let's start with this one. So first thing off, we have this tape here, which is Devil Hunter. That was an Italian film by Jess Franco. The tape is not in great shape, although I can clean it, it's fine. It's just the box was terrible. But this is, by the way, a small, what we call a small case, small box, and those are really rare in Korea right now because they were among the first tapes to come out back in like the early 80s. I think this one is 84. The release. So if you just check next to a normal size tape, I'll just pull this one for fun. Oh, you can see it fits the tape like perfectly. This one has like some free space inside. So there you have it. Devil Hunter, very rare release. There's a regular box like this one, release of this film. But the cover art is different, so this is really sought after. It's really beautiful release. Love it. Okay, next one. I'll just pull out 3 tapes at once. Well, as you can see, this was from the series Street Fighter, which is in a live action. Actually, it's not an animation. It's a live action take on Street Fighter. And this came out like early 90s, and of course I believe they didn't have the rights from, of course, the Japanese company. So those are obviously never gonna come out on DVD, Blu-ray or whatever, so it's really rare. See, here you see Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 3, but if you look on the spine right here at the bottom, see, you have numbers. So here is part 8, part 9. Series 1 had, I think, 6 tapes. Series 2 had 6 tapes, so this should end at 12. And then you will go on to Street Fighter 3. And you see here it says 3. So like they didn't go like, I mean, they went from Series 1 and they put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then they continued with part 2. They started off at 7, ended at 12, and then they went on with this one. And for what I know, there's only 4 of them, and this is part 3. Again, I'm not done with the video store I went to. I hope I'll be able to find the remaining pieces or as many as I can. I know I have a part 6, so that's already 4 tapes out of a possibility of, let's say, 16. So anyway, it's good because they're really rare. Okay, let's move on. Okay, see, got a bunch here, sorry. So this one is a Taiwanese film. It's called Friends and Brothers. The tape is really beautiful, by the way. This one I have no complaint. It's compared with The Devil Hunter. This one is really, really clean. I cleaned the box, by the way, because for most of the tapes in there, I cleaned them before showing them to you, because I'm sure you'd be like, oh geez, I wouldn't buy this, or I wouldn't collect this. But yeah, I dusted them off and everywhere, so it's really clean. Anyway, so very rare Taiwanese film. I believe there's no DVD of this, so it's pretty cool to have a copy of it. Okay, next, another cool rarity. This one is called Chungmuro Blues. And if you're familiar with Korea a little bit, like the districts in Seoul, Chungmuro is a place, it used to be like pretty much like the Hollywood of Seoul, for what I know. They shot a bunch of films there back in the day, up until I think the mid-90s, and then it just went like Gangnam and everything. So anyway, this movie is with Dragon Lee, featured as the main actor. And if I remember correctly, I think it's Casanova Wong who directed this one. I have to double check. But once again, early 90s gangster film with the fedoras, pretty cool. And a really rare tape. I've seen it only once. My friend picked it up, and I'm still angry at him right now. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, my friend picked it up before, and I was like, ah, damn it, I should have picked it up. So now I have a copy, so hey, everything's fine. Okay, the next one, horror film, Necromancer, not Necromantic. So Necromancer, that's late 80s, perhaps 89. Little horror film, nothing special. The cover is pretty cool, and that's the NVC label. NVC, which is amongst one of the first labels in Korea for videotapes. They go back to like early or mid 80s, so that's really cool to have. Another one here, Cage Fury. This is a gorgeous box, I mean really cool cover, really nice artwork, and to be fair, I've never seen it in the wild before. It's the first time, so hey, it's a no-brainer. I picked it up. Okay, next, I believe I showed you this in my previous video. I found another copy. If not, that was in another batch, because I went back in the meantime, and I think there's another 40 tapes I didn't show you. But anyway, this is the second copy I find of this Double Crosser with Peter O'Brien. It's a Indonesian film, and it's cool as hell. Okay, next one, it's a, sorry, I have to sit down. Next one, this is called Blue Murder. I looked it up on IMDb, and apparently this is a made-for-TV film, and I think it was made back in '87. I have to double check again, but anyway, it's made for TV. Of course, it's one of those films that the rating is like 3 or 4 out of 10. But hey, look at this cover, man. This is gorgeous. So you have it there, Blue Murder. All right, next we have Witchcraft. Again, I totally forgot the other title for that, but I won't say anything. But it's Italian film, like La Casa something, like the house of. Anyway, if you know the title, write it down down below in the comments. I totally forgot, but yeah, this cover art, it's the same as, you know, the DVD release, and perhaps some of the North American releases. I believe it had like the same images, so nothing too wild, but this cover is gorgeous, and it's a rare tape as well in Korea. Okay, next we have Snake Island, another one that I've rarely seen. I think I've seen this once, maybe my friend has it, so to find this one for myself, pretty happy. Okay, next we Sorry. This is Boccaccio 94. It's Korean erotica from 94. And this series started in 91, and they have Boccaccio 91, 92, 93, 94. They have 95, 95 part 2, and a 96. And this one is one of the rarest one. And so when I saw it, I'm like, hey, I pick it up. Okay, next. Again, I've been able to sell this recently, and it fetched like a fairly high price. I wouldn't say to my surprise, because the tape was pretty hard to find. Someone had it a couple of years ago, by the way, the title Dark Day Express, and the person sold it, and a couple of collectors were after it for like a few years after that, and it never resurfaced. Even myself, I've been looking for it actively, and I've never found it. Except a few weeks ago, I found a copy. I was like crazy. I was like, oh my god, this is the movie that everyone wants. Picked it up, sold it, and then I find another copy. And I'm not joking. I didn't put it aside and like, oh, I'm gonna keep it aside. And no. I found it Saturday, so I was once again very happy, because this is a gorgeous copy. It's beautiful. By the way, as beautiful as the previous one, to be honest. So yeah, and just one little thing, by the way, the person who purchased this film purchased like a couple of films from me, and I'm really thankful, because I'm going to use part of that money to buy a DJI Osmo phone rig. It's one of those like a Steadicam that you can use to put your phone in, and then you can do some really cool The Shining type of framing and camera movements. So I'm really happy about it. I'm going to use that money to buy one, because I wanted to upgrade my game with the videos. So I'm going to use that, and I'm very thankful for that person for buying some of my tapes. By the way, I'm not going to tell the last name, but the person's name is Tony. So Tony from the States, if you recognize yourself, thanks, man. And enjoy the great tapes, by the way. This one also, I think I sold my, I sold my other copy, but this is RoboWar, and this is a very unique cover for the Korean release, very different from the other ones. I believe the other ones are much cooler, because it features like the Predator ripoff robot thing, with the suit, and here you just see the girl with a gun, shotgun. Okay, let's move on a bit. What do we have here? Oh yeah, this is, by the way, super clean copy of, I'm sorry, I forgot the title, but this is part of that trilogy of Taiwanese films, Pink, Commando, damn it, I forgot the title. It has Pink, it has Commando, probably Pink, Girls, Commando, jeez, I'm terrible tonight. I don't know, it's Monday. Again, if you know the title, write it down below. Anyway, it's part of that trilogy. I think it's the first film. Had it a while ago. I sold it to someone in Europe. The tape was in fine. It was in good shape, but the box was actually super faded on the spine. And this one is really good looking, except for that little scratch right here at the bottom. I don't know if you can see it right there. But anyways, nothing. Like, if you're a collector, it probably won't really matter, because this is super rare. Okay, next. Another film, by the way, someone's been asking me for, and I totally forgot who, but this is, it's not Aliens, of course. It's like a big hodgepodge of a cover. You have like Aliens, you have, what's the thing, Flowers in the Attic. It's just a crazy cover anyway, but that's for Deadly Spawn. So there you go, Deadly Spawn. Again, quite rare film, that's why I picked it up. Oh, this one's so funny, because one guy was looking for it since I don't know how many years. I found it, and then when I hit that store that I bought all those tapes, and I'm almost done, by the way, by checking all the tapes. I would say maybe two more visits, and I'll be pretty much done. But I found this, Halloween 4, and I think I told you before, this is the rarest Halloween tape you can find in Korea. And it still is, even though after I found this second copy, 2 copies turned up in like a month apart. And after all these years, 10 years more, we couldn't find one single tape. Well, here you have it, Halloween 4. Okay, let's dig more. This one, you saw it before. It's called like Love of the Living Dead. It's a Taiwanese gangshi / erotica / horror, flying monsters, whatever. It's cool, and it's damn rare right now. And for some reasons, this store had like 3 copies. I mean, okay, I'm gonna take all 3. So that's one more. This I don't know. It's like a film from like, I believe the late 50s or even early 60s. Samar. By the way, it's on the label Life. And this film, I just took it because the cover is pretty cool. And this label always puts out like really cool films. And honestly, I've never seen this one. I've never seen this box anywhere. So I picked it up because, hey, it's cool. All right, next. The Professional. That's a Taiwanese film. The original title is called The Professional Killer, or Killers? I believe it's A Professional Killer. It's 1981, and it's fairly rare. Again, probably no DVD exists of this. So, yeah, it was a take. Okay, next we have, what is this again? El Juego del Adulterio. Sorry for my horrible Spanish, or is that Italian? Anyway, look at this cover. It's so cool. It's a sort of a, I think it's like a Spanish giallo. I know it sounds weird. Giallos are Italian, but I think it's a Spanish film, and it goes in the same vein of like the giallos. So really cool. Okay. Next, we have a film called Greed. I think it doesn't have Laura Gemser in it. But it's a 1985 cannibal type of film. Damn, I forgot the other title for this, but it goes also under the name of Greed. And this is, again, something I've never seen before. So when I see stuff like that, I grab it right away. Okay, next, I think I showed you this before. Cool film with Robert Tai, the guy on the spine right here, who sadly passed away, I think, last year. Yeah, like a cool kung fu film, again, from our Life label, which is always good to have. Okay, here we have a Korean film. I believe this was from 1976. I forgot the title of this. But if you see it, here you go, this Korean title. So it has to do with like Koreans fighting the Japanese imperialism, and I think there's some ninjas in there. I've seen it like a long time ago, I can't remember, but anyway, the point is this film is really rare, and even among Korean collectors, it's quite collectible. By that I mean it fetches like fairly high prices. So again, when I saw it, I picked it up. Okay, next we have an Italian film called Dirty Gang. I think that's with Thomas Milian. Again, gangster film from the 80s, late 70s. So really cool. Next, now we go into the DNS, our favorite label, because they, always put out really cool stuff, and mostly horror films. So here we have Slave Girls. So again, this is fairly rare. I've seen it only once. I bought it once, and the copy was not really nice. It was all moldy, although it looked like unfaded, but the paper cover was all moldy. This one is top shape. It's like almost like brand new. Okay, next. Something I'm not really into, but I know some people, some collectors I know really love this stuff, so that's why I picked it up, maybe just to resell it. This is one of the Faces of Death. It's called Many Faces of Death. It's the first one. I think I've seen the third one. I didn't pick it up. I just picked that one up because it looked like really trash. Anyways, yeah, to each his own. Not my kind of stuff, but hey. Okay. Next, one of the rarest movies of the Dead films from George Romero. This is Day of the Dead. I would say Day of the Dead is the rarest of the 4 that have been released in Korea. So Day, Dawn, Night, and the 4th installment, which I forgot. What is it? I was going to say Twilight of the Dead. I hate forgetting titles. Okay, anyways. The 4th film also got like a Korean release, and this one is the rarest of the 4. Oh, Land of the Dead. That's it. Land of the Dead. All right. Now we have some really cool crap from the 80s, late 80s. I believe this is 1989, yeah. Princess Warrior. I mean, you can't go wrong with like girls with bikinis or wearing panties and a sword in your title and some cool fonts from the 80s. And look at this. I mean, it just screams awesomeness. So there you go, Princess Warrior. Okay, next, Lady Bear. I looked this one up. Again, another crazy mishmash of a cover. I think the guy on fire on the cover comes from perhaps Vindicator, which was a Canadian film with Pam Grier, directed by a French-Canadian director, Jean-Claude Laure, not to name him. My God, I just look at this cover, I'm like, hey, it looks like super horror film. I think it's more like a thriller from the early 80s, and it goes under another name. I forgot what it is, but it's Lady Bear, something else. Anyway, you can look it up on IMDb under Lady Bear and it will give you another title. I guess it's from 1981, and I think it's also a TV movie. Okay, we're done with the big bag. So the last one, this is like a kids movie, and as you can see, look at this, it's in horrible shape. I cleaned it up as best as I could, but as you can see, you see this horrible big like stain in there. It's like moldy water damage stain. Although I changed the clamshell, it's a brand new one because I didn't want it to, you know, get worse or anything. The front cover seems fine. The tape is fine. It's really just the cover. But this is super rare. So again, I'm like, okay, I'll pick it up. So yeah. Okay. Oof. Okay, so we're done with this bag. This can go away with all the other stuff. Now we have this smaller bag right here. Okay, let's go with the first one. Here we have a Filipino film called Maguindanao. Seems like a jungle adventure, action flick made in the Philippines, shot by Filipinos, made for Filipinos and foreign collectors alike. Under the label Sambu, which was again another very old label in Korea, and the cover art is just stunning. I mean, it's like I pulled it out, I'm like, wow, what is this? I didn't know what it was, and I just thought, hey, I'll pick it up. And later on I checked and I thought, hey, it's Filipino film, that's great. Okay, next, Program to Kill. Again, something that you just can't pass. Okay, so next we have some Kung Fu, Last Strike. I know it comes around with another title that is not Last Strike, but again, this is rare. picked it up. Here we have the new Gladiators. Again, something I've never seen before. Such a great cover and such a rare tape. So, okay, I'm gonna go a bit faster now because I'm running out of space on my phone. Here we have Through the Fire. Again, like a rare horror film from the early 80s. Barely no information on IMDb, and I think it was re-released in 1997, but it originally came out in 1990. Okay, here's a rare one with Dragon Lee. And this is a Korean version. The film is actually in Korean, because I know most of the releases of this film are usually in English. So this is a really, really rare release. Okay, next we have the Retrievers. I think I've showed you this one before, but I picked up a second copy because the previous one, the tape wasn't in too much of a good shape, but this one is in great shape. Okay, next, some Nazi Exploiter. This one is, well, what is it? Oh, Deported Women from the SS. Special section. This one, by the way, I wouldn't have taken it because of the state of, you know, the tape is, look at this. See, that tape was actually outside of the shop. And it's totally faded, but front and back are fine. And the tape is actually fine, which is surprising. But yeah, because of the spine that is totally faded, for me, I would have left it there. But yeah, it's a black box. The sleeve is black, so it doesn't show too much. And I can't pass this. Okay, we're down to the bottom now. Okay, this one, Night of the Demon, another early 80s film that probably had like a terrible rating on IMDb, but rare tape, and it's our favorite label, DNS. Now we're going to some more DNS tapes. Another great Nazi exploiter. This one is called Kaputtlager, which means, I don't know because I cannot speak German. I believe this is German. I forgot this one. I have to look it up. So very rare tape, great condition, a bit of fade on the spine, but hey, this is beyond rare, so good luck finding this. Okay, now we have Apartment on the, can't read. On the 8th floor or the 13th floor? Can't read it, jeez, my eyes are getting bad. So horror film, DNS. Okay, we got 5 more tapes and we're done. Now this one is called Unconscious. Again, it goes under another name. It's a late 70s or very early 80s horror film, Italian horror film. It's actually horror mystery, so it goes under, I think it's Riccardo Freda. And it goes under like almost like giallo type of film. And the copy is great condition, DNS, unfaded, nearly unfaded. So great pick. I mean, how you can go wrong with a box like this, really. Edge of the Hell. Or The Edge of Hell. Great cover. Maybe you remember this image from somewhere. I think it's on a Greek tape for I forgot the title again. Something egg of death. Death egg. Death. It has egg in the title anyway. And it was a giallo and it had this image on the Greek tape, so I just remembered that from there. So great tape. We're almost done. Here we have Chillers. Again, another DNS. See the greatness of the DNS label now. So see how many like great covers they came out with and all those amazing titles. Another like unfaded spine, beautiful tape. I was really happy to find this. And the two last ones, Caligula, and this is a I think it's a Joe D'Amato one. Great shape. I have a copy somewhere over there. I have a Caligula. Oh no, it's on top there, right? So this is just another copy because you can get enough of Caligula, right? And finally, this one I didn't know what it was, but I just picked it up because it was a DNS. So another one for the collection. This one is called Zeus, the Crime Killer, George Pan Andreas. Okay, looks like a actioneer thriller type of film. I have to look it up. Looks like Henry Silva on the cover, but I don't think that's him. It looks like Greek. Looks like a couple of Greek names. Karas, that sounds Greek. Yeah, anyway, it could be like a Greek film. I have to look it up. I didn't have time to look up at some of the stuff because, as you can see, all this stuff here, I cleaned it, but by cleaning I mean I just cleaned the box, but I still have to, you know, clean the tapes. Like this one is in fairly good condition, but see, it has like a tiny bit of mold. For me, that is nothing. I mean, for some people this is like the end of the world, like burn the tape right now, but for me this is like so easily removable. Some are worse, some are better, but I still need to clean all of them. I do not leave any of these tapes unopened. I open them up, all of them, and I clean them because I want to keep them for as long as I can. It's a collection after all, right? And I really take care of my Korean tapes. So that was it. 2 bags full of tapes, 46 tapes I think. I won't keep you any longer because this video is already long enough. I hope you have a great week. I hope to be able to talk to you soon, and I will be going back to the store very soon. Perhaps this weekend, maybe not. If not, maybe the week after, but I still have, I would say, maybe 10% of the store left to check, or maybe if I like there's a stretch of maybe 15% of the store left to check. So more treasures might come up, more super rare tapes might come up. I'm really hopeful still. So thank you guys. Have a great weekend. Have a great week. Enjoy yourselves and see you soon. And if you haven't subscribed, please do it now. All right. Thank you guys. Have a great week.